Alright, the menu manager has been pretty much redone, and it's much more helpful than it used to be. Let's take a look across the top. We have a new button, so you can create a new menu for a module position. We can edit any menu, delete, rebuild. This button is interesting and it's a little bit curious. Apparently the menus can get a little bit messed up sometime. So if you see your menus are not actually functioning the way you think they should, chances are they just may need to be rebuilt. I hope they fix this for the next version, but in the meantime, if you see something that's not right, go ahead and click the rebuild button. The options button gives us all of the permissions for an individual menu level, and again, out of the box, Joomla 1.6 is pretty much ready to go. And then the help button. If we want to look at the menu, we can just click on the name, and this brings us up to all of the items in that menu itself. You can see what kind of menu items they are, who has access to them. You can also move or change the access levels of any or all your menus at once. If I click all of these, I can change them all to registered straight away, clicking that and hitting the process button. Really helpful, much quicker than it used to be. If I go back over to my menus link and I click on my main menu, notice a couple of other things. My home menu has the home star. There can only be one home menu, and that is the main menu for your entire site. When I click on this, it brings me into all of the features for my menu. And again, this has been rewritten and is a lot more helpful than it used to be. Let's start by creating a new one, just so I can demonstrate. If I click New Menu, you'll notice that the menu item type doesn't come up like it used to in 1.5. That was a bit confusing. So I can actually go through and fill in all of the things already. I can add a note just to remind myself what this menu is for. This has been rewritten as well. I can choose a single article, list all categories, category blog, category list, featured articles, or create an article. Let's go ahead and list all the categories. And then I can choose the category for all of the articles that will appear in that category. Notice the link is filled in for me. It's published, public, menu location is in the main menu. I can actually choose what menu, so I don't actually have to be in the menu anymore that I want to create a new menu for. This is really helpful. What this parent item is, of course, language, and what template I want this menu item to use. Again, this used to be a two-step process. This is a much nicer thing now, where I can actually choose the template style from the menu creation item itself. So I've chosen what category. I can now go through and choose all of the options. Do I want the title, the description, the image, subcategory levels, and all of those things? I can say hide, show, depending on what I've set in my global parameters. For blog layout, let's say I want no leading, 4 intro, 1 column, and 10 links. And now that will give me those options when I go to this menu item. What order do I want the category to appear in? What order do I want the articles to appear in? Whether it's date, created, modified, or published. And again, this is a fantastic new feature. It used to be you didn't have any control over this. And so now, if I've published an article well after the date that I created or modified it, it will pick up the published date. But if I really want, I can have it created or modified. That's just fantastic. List layouts, what kind of layout my list will have. Since this is a list, it's going to ask me what format I want my list to appear in. Then all of the options for the individual articles that will appear as a result of this menu. Integration. If I want to bring specific CSS to this link. If I want to add a particular title to this page. Add metadata. And then all of the module assignment for this menu item. I can click Save and Close, and now I have a new menu called My New Menu. Let's go ahead over to the front end of the site and see what My New Menu looks like. When I click on it, it's going to bring up the template that I assigned to it. It's going to list all of the articles in that category, give me the article count. When I click on Components, it's going to give me the articles in that category. So really nice, really helpful, and the new menu system is really great.